one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2 3. 1 2 3. Finish.
I can't even think about all of the shit I did to fit in. Past hard to watch like a fucking scary movie. I'm always happy to meet somebody that never knew me. Change for the better, hope niggas are living through me. I put it all on the wax so the people can know the true me. Hard to remain sane when the people you love the most is what's causing the damn pain. Y'all beef by the same thing, we ain't playing the same game. It's all for my family. She the girl of your fucking dreams, but to me she a plain Jane. You dipper and ball man, I duck when them calls came. This that higher level thinking. I'm the type to jump the fuck off for the shit before it's sinking. Not here for no new shit, my game slider boosted. Ain't I don't have to prove shit. Rockstar fight the fool shit. My movie, this the new script. I want a life with no bullshit, nigga. I know on these news clips. That's why I dap him and move quick. Won't be around when they move switch. Won't be around when they lose clips. Won't be around for they lose lips. Might be the reason they pull shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I made this quick little video to make amends. You know what I'm saying? I just released the Aaron Donald video on the practice, him, slanging around 2 helmets and whatnot. And, I made this video to make some thoughts, man, because I said some things in that previous video, and there was nothing bad about the previous video I just did. It was absolutely nothing bad. I kind of stand on them thoughts. But, man, I'm not finna let you motherfuckers PC me up, man, if that makes sense. I just got done looking at Pat McAfee, right? So I had a long day, so I finally got to get around to watching Pat. I love watching the Pat McAfee show. Shit is hilarious. Y'all got to go check out the red dress, blue dress. If you jackasses think that blue and black dress, I didn't know why I said red. If you jackasses think that blue and black dress is gold and white, you're jackasses. And if you think the second dress that they pull up that is clearly gold and white is black and blue, you're a bigger jackass. And like Pat said, I can trust nothing you say from that point on. So Nick Moraldo and AJ Hawk, the things that come out of their mouths from this day forward, unless they admit that they were being jackasses in that moment, I can't trust it. Because there's no way that these motherfuckers saw. And Ty Schmidt to an extent too, because this jackass, and Zito, it feels as though Connor and Pat might be the only normal human beings in this operation after that segment. It had me crying laughing though. I do be on them blunts though, so that could have been what accentuated the laughter. I don't know. It was hilarious to me though. But I just got done watching him talk about the Aaron Donald practice video, and you know something? I want to amend my statement. I told you motherfuckers last night that I was biased towards the end on how I felt about it, but I really want to change it because it was a struggle for me to say last night, oh yeah, he should be suspended, because I understand the act. I really do. But the one thing that I could not get out of my head all night was the fact that it happened in a practice. It didn't even happen in a preseason game. It happened in a practice. Now listen, I know it's going to be, and this is really what made me say what I said, because I know it's going to be motherfuckers out there who say, well, it shouldn't matter if it happened in a practice or in anything else. And then you're going to try to use some crazy ass example to try to justify what you're saying. You got me last night. You're not getting me again. Fuck you. Aaron Donald should not be suspended for this shit. As a matter of fact, if I was the Rams and they tried to step in and suspend him, I would fight that. It's no shot that Aaron Donald should be suspended. For one, I'm telling you, to me, none of this happened if you're not in a joint practice. Joint practices should not be a thing. Not only should joint practices not be a thing, a joint practice between the two teams that just played in the previous Super Bowl should never be a thing. Like what? Like who is that for? Like honestly, I keep hearing people say, oh, this make us better. No, it don't. Who is that for? And then I love how people keep ignoring that Collins decided to throw 2 punches. People want to talk about how crazy Aaron Donald is. Well, let's talk about how soft Collins is to be playing the position. And I understand you get tired out there all day and yada, yada, yada. And mind you, I don't even blame Collins' actions on him. I do think that there was some soft actions to throw 2 punches in a practice, especially because you only really did it because it was against the Rams and not your team. But I don't even put that on him. I put that on whoever created joint practices, because joint practices should not be a thing. They should not be a thing. If anything, the NFL should look at this video and say to themselves, you know what? Maybe we should end joint practices. Maybe that should not be a thing. Like, let's just kill it with the joint practices. That's what should come out of this. Because if Aaron Donald gonna have some type of suspension levied on him, then Collins, the dude who initiated the entire... I love it how the person who initiate the brawl never really get in trouble. It's the person who go all out in the brawl that get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I like how history look at Ron Artest as the one who was crazy in the Malice at the Palace, but they don't look at the fans who threw the shit that started the whole thing, or the operations that let it all go down and allowed it to get to that point. I love that. I love how Ron Artest and other dudes became the criminals out of that. I love how in this situation, you know, Landon Collins, not Landon Collins, not Landon Collins. That's a safety. I can't even remember this man's first name at the moment. But the offensive lineman for the Bengals, Collins. He used to be play for the Cowboys. I'm glad how nobody really talking about how this man decided to throw 2 punches just because he was frustrated. Like, I'm always gonna understand that that's the type of shit that happened in practice. That don't never mean I have to really, accept that. If I was there, I would have. If I'm one of his teammates, I'm calling him soft for that. Like, what are you doing? You know how many professionals it is on that football field? At the end of the day, not just professionals, but dudes who actually carry themselves like in a very high standard to where you're probably not going to see Bobby Wagner out on the field throwing punches or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're probably not going to see Von Miller, Aaron Donald, these type of high-level Khalil Macks, the Joey Bosa's, out there, the Chandler Jones. I don't want to miss nobody. The Matt Judons. I'm not going to forget my red sleeve guy. Used to be a Baltimore Raven. I hope he come back one day. But you're not going to see these dudes get into these type of incidents in practice because they just carry themselves in such a high fashion. But when you put so many different things together in this pot to try to make it to this, joint practice against your former team, you could really get to the person who might not carry themselves like a Bobby Wagner and other dudes. They might carry themselves in a great manner where it's still hard to piss them off and get them to that point, but they'll get there far quicker than a Bobby Wagner will. You know what I'm saying? Or any of those other guys I named. But even this, I don't even think Landon Collins does this. I keep calling this man Landon Collins. It's not Landon Collins. It's the offensive tackle who used to play for Dallas. Now he played for the I don't know why I can't think of this man's name at the moment. It's Collins in his name, but I cannot think of his full name at the moment. And the video I just did last night, I did know his name, but that's neither here nor there. It actually is here and there. But ignore that buffoonery right there. What I'm saying is, I don't think he do this in his practice with his own guys. Now listen, I understand fights in practice happen. I get that. I do. I don't know if this dude is throwing 2 fucking punches at one of his own teammates in practice. It's going to take a lot. See, you know how I just said it'd take a lot for Bobby Wagner to do something like that? Well, it's going to take a lot for him to do that in his own practice against his own dudes that he got to go to war with, knowing that if I hurt one of these dudes and put him on the shelf, that could cost me my job because it could ultimately hurt the team. So while he might not have that type of restraint when he's going up against another team in a joint practice, he will more than likely have that type of restraint. Even a dude with the lowest amount of restraint on the team could have a high level of restraint when they're going against their own team, because you don't want to hurt your own players. Point blank play. You never want to hurt your own players. Like I see, and like I said last night in the other video also, there should not be recordings and shit like that in these practices. I just don't understand. And it's not just this incident. This incident just remind me it's a lot of people out there who are just fucking hypocrites is what I call them at this point, because there's no way they had this level of concern and this level of vitriol towards everyday things that happen in their everyday life. But when they see these athletes or other people do things that they feel is just so against what they feel and believe is right, they go on these almighty righteous rants on Twitter. Oh, the NFL got to suspend Aaron Donald for... I'm with Pat McAfee, bro. You know what the NFL should do for this motherfucker Aaron Donald? They got to suspend him for every single preseason game the rest of his career, exactly like Pat McAfee said. I did not come up with that idea. I saw it on Pat McAfee. I'm giving Pat all the credit. I agree with Pat. I second that, third, fourth, fifth that. Aaron Donald should be suspended for, like, I want to erase what I said last night. I cannot think of the exact word at the moment, and it's crazy. I want to amend what I said last night. I don't think Aaron Donald should be suspended for any games in the regular season. A more fitting punishment, I believe Aaron Donald should be suspended for the rest of his career as far as preseason games. Aaron Donald should never be able to play another fucking preseason game in his life. And if you don't think that that's enough, I got even more for you. Aaron Donald should also have every single one of his stats erased from preseason history. All his preseason tackles wiped away. Any preseason snap he has ever taken should be erected from the fouls. I agree with that. I didn't come up with that idea either. Tone Diggs came up with that. I second, third, fourth, and fifth that idea also. But I want to triple down on this bit. Not only should they should dock Aaron Donald his preseason pay for the remainder of his career. So all those games that he suspended that he wouldn't make money, he should never be paid for those games the rest of his career. Like, no preseason. Aaron Donald should never be allowed to be paid in the preseason. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it sounds good to people who just going all to the extremes. So I feel like that. You know what? Fuck it. Ban Aaron Donald from the preseason. When the Rams play in the preseason, Aaron Donald cannot be on the sidelines. And you know what? Fuck it. If as long as joint practices happen, Aaron Donald is no longer allowed to participate in joint practices. Whoop-de fucking. Yeah. Ooh-wee. He should never be allowed to preseason. Fuck a preseason. Aaron Donald and preseason don't even go together no more. As if it ever did. That's what I feel like should happen to Aaron Donald. I'm not riding with the motherfuckers who talking about he should be suspended in the because it really did bother me having to say that. Like I thought about this all day. I dead ass thought about this all day. And I truly was going to make a video anyways because I got to do the SmackDown breakdown tonight. But I already was thinking to myself, man, I might make a video reneging on my opinions from last night, basically, because I don't really feel like he should be suspended at all. I really thought that I'm talking about immediately as I stopped recording. I thought that to myself. Because I don't think he should be suspended. Do I like the action? No. Do I like Collins throwing 2 punches to start it all? No. Oh, Saint, you using that as a crutch. You damn right, bro. And I told you, I'm biased. Aaron Donald's my favorite player in the NFL. So before you hop on here and say, oh, he a Rams fan. I am not a Rams fan, actually, even though I kind of am, because I said it all last year. The Rams is my favorite team in the NFC, and they've been my favorite team in the NFC since they got, not Aaron Donald, since they got, because I don't root for losers if it's not my team. Like the Baltimore Ravens can be losers and I'm gonna still root for them because that's my actual squad. I got them tattooed on my arm. The Rams, I will immediately stop rooting for these motherfuckers if they go back to losing and shit. I'm still be the biggest Aaron Donald fan in the world. But it would be no reason for my NFC team to suck. Why would a team that I really have no real commitment to other than they got a player on the team that I really love, and I love the way that they done basically become a winning organization since they got to LA. Like they could have went to LA and still been an average organization and been all right with mediocrity. But bro, something about being in LA changed everything. They get Sean McVay over there. Aaron Donald went nuclear. Like I fucking love, and the fact that Sean McVay bounced back to win a Super Bowl after losing Todd Gurley. I don't care about the Jared Goff one. The Todd Gurley one was crazy because that shit happened out of nowhere. Like Todd Gurley became a bad player, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Todd Gurley, but he became like he was shot out of nowhere. Like he came off an MVP season basically and was done after that. Like that's crazy. People talk about Zeke, bro. For one, I think y'all be disrespecting Zeke. That's for one, because of how Zeke came out the gate, bro. If you really look at the Cowboys, that is not the offensive line Zeke had his first 2 years in the league, bro. I know y'all want to hate on Zeke. I get it. Everybody want to hate Zeke for some reason. I guess it's got to be the cowboy type shit, because I see people, I'm not even going to get in that, but Zeke, Pete, the way I see people go at Zeke, bro, Todd Gurley had, 2 good years? And then that injury, his thigh or something like that just gave out on him. Like, I don't know what happened to my guy Todd Gurley. He went nuclear. And then it wasn't even, bro, it was towards the end of that season. His decline started. It wasn't even the full season. Like, at the end of that season, he started getting hurt and he was missing games and shit. I remember that playoff game when it was like, either way, they rebounded from all of that shit and still got to a Super Bowl. That's absolutely crazy. And one of the things I don't think people talk about enough, that Rams really not an offensive team at the end of the day. Like, the Rams really been surviving off of defense. In both Super Bowls, it was the defense that got them to almost winning 2 Super Bowls. Then the defense really done been the most consistent thing with the Rams. Like, some of the Rams' bad down years with Sean McVay, and he ain't had but one down year really, it was because of injuries or it was because the offense was bad. Like, Jared Goff was just having a tough season. Or Todd Gurley, that shit happened out of nowhere. But it wasn't never really the defense. Like, the defense done been pretty great ever since Sean McVay got there. But we done got far off topic. Listen, back to you motherfuckers who think Aaron Donald should be. The only reason y'all feel that way, and I'm dead serious, because football, when it comes to sports fans, I really don't believe y'all truly be as concerned and shit as y'all be saying. Y'all just be wanting to eliminate competition. The reason that I truly believe that is because I saw how the Toronto Raptor fans acted when Kevin Durant got hurt. I saw y'all cheer. Y'all couldn't help it. It was y'all natural reaction to cheer because y'all knew we're going to win the finals now that Kevin Durant's not playing. Like, it's so, did it make me mad? Not really, because I already expected that's how fans are. Like, I told you a long time ago, bro, when I first started doing the channel, it take a special type of person to understand somebody's struggles, pain, situations, and never have gone through them, but to completely understand it and sympathize, empathize, and all those things with it without expecting anything in return, any type of reward for just truly wanting to be there for somebody because you understand it. It's very few people like that. Sports fans is a bunch of fucking hypocrites, basically, and a bunch of monsters, really. That's why when they did that shit to KD when he got hurt and they immediately cheered it and didn't have to be told to calm down, like, nah, don't do that, I was like, yeah, this is not shocking. Some fan bases, and I don't want to go at all fan bases, I really don't, because I can imagine a whole bunch of teams right now, fan bases that would cheer an injury like that. But even some of the nastiest fan bases, I don't think would do. No, I take that back. I take that back. Some of these fan bases are just pure evil. I don't know why, really. Like, I see these soccer fans across. Y'all thought I was just going to keep it in American football. No, sir. I see the football fans internationally, the soccer football, and how y'all be chanting the N-word and how y'all be going on racial tirades in the crowd. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, bro, you see how we keep getting off topic, man. Listen. For all you monsters out there who believe that, I told you, I don't think that y'all really want him, that y'all care about this action. Y'all just want a good player to be suspended for the Rams because that make y'all think, oh, we're going to be able to be better because the Rams are going to be worse by subtraction of Aaron Donald. And that's a real crooked way to think of something, bro. Like, I knew, and I never said this because I didn't think about it at the time. It was people out there who was hoping Deshaun Watson got suspended, not because they gave a fuck about those 20 plus women, because they wanted the Browns to suck so their team could have a better chance of getting to the Super Bowl. It's just a point blank period. It's people out there who know how good Deshaun Watson are. They could care less about him being a monster, but they was willing to ride that train because they wanted this motherfucker to be suspended so their team could be better. It just is how it is. I know some people don't want to admit that, because why would they? But you'd be stupid not to think that that's why some people wanted Deshaun Watson to be suspended. And they hopped right on in them comment sections with the people who was yelling that they actually did care about those women. It was motherfuckers in the comment section saying they did, but they really didn't give a fuck. They just cared about Deshaun Watson being suspended so their team could be better, have a better chance. Addition by subtraction. We get better because they lost him. And that's what a lot of these motherfuckers right now is doing. Because most of the football players who done talked on this situation, it's so funny that the last two things that's done happened big in the football world done been basically football players going against everybody else. Like the cutback block or whatever you want to call it on Thibodeau, the Giants player, football players. I mean, normal fans on Twitter, oh, it's dirty, it's dirty, it's dirty, it's dirty. And then the football dudes like, nah, it's not dirty though. It's a normal play. And I have seen some football players say, yeah, it could be legal and still be dirty at the same time. I don't listen to Acho as an analyst because it's kickers out there with more tackles than him, I heard. So I need to do that research real fast. But yeah, Acho to me, he don't speak from a football player's perspective. He used that cape of him being in the NFL as I was an NFL player. Nah, my boy, you was there, but you wasn't really there. You was living, but you wasn't. I mean, you was alive, but you wasn't really living it. So I don't really take too much of what he say when it comes to his experience in the NFL too serious. But nonetheless, it's funny how a lot of the players came out doing was basically like, nah, that's not dirty. And then you got this right here, where I seen a whole bunch of players come out and be like, bro, we see this shit all the time in practices. I done seen this before. I think it's hilarious how these demonstrative fans try to go in like they doing it to Ryan Clark. They try to guilt trip this motherfucker into feeling what they feel. Like, yo, y'all motherfuckers really got problems, man. I'm being dead ass with y'all, man. Y'all got problems. Y'all got some healing y'all need to do, man. Like, they really was going at Ryan Clark, bro, for not wanting to say, yeah, suspend Aaron Donald for the whole year. Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all done lost y'all fucking minds. Dead ass. And you want to know, I'll tell you what I like the most about this whole situation. For all those people that's real pissed off about Aaron Donald not being suspended, I just want y'all motherfuckers to know that the Rams is the ones who got to decide to punish Aaron Donald. Y'all think the Rams finna punish him for knocking somebody upside the head on another team? I wanted y'all to marinate on that. I didn't have nothing else. I just wanted y'all to know that Aaron Donald will be playing week 1, motherfuckers. With that, I appreciate y'all for joining me on a quick episode of Kicking It with Saint. I should be back tonight. I don't even know if this episode gonna be uploaded tonight, but I think it is. I hope it is. Hey, tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. Go out there and try to make somebody's day better, man. I fuck with you. I love you. Appreciate the views. Yo, hey, I appreciate all this. I haven't said this in a while. If you subscribed, I appreciate you. If you're thinking about subscribing, you should. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all that. I appreciate all that love. Help me grow. You know what I'm saying? I need you. I need you. I didn't need to do that right there, though. My voice wasn't really into that. But listen, man, fuck all that. I fuck with you. I love you. Tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. Go out there. Try to make somebody's day even doper, man. Say now.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, you know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy. Scoop her up like I'm raking her something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.